Hey everyone, Sothany Spentano here. The internet's sucked dry. And it's time for a review of the new Woods album, City Sun Eater in the River of Light. This is the latest full-length album from semi-psychedelic folk rock band Woods. They were born out of the lo-fi craze of the late 2000s, but since have pursued a much clearer and more balanced sound. The band has numerous records under their belts at this point, many of which I have covered. Some of them I loved. Some of them I didn't really like all that much. But usually the band drops at least several tracks that I think are pretty good. And it's been interesting from record to record to see the band evolve into the group that they are today. Now, Woods continues to be recognizable as the same band. They still use those trademark falsetto vocals that they're known for, which I like but might not be for everybody. They still use that jammy folk rock instrumentation. Their production, though it has gotten clearer, is still a little rough around the edges. But since the band broke in the 2000s, they have delivered fuller recordings with more instrumentation. I think they have incorporated sunnier elements into their once very dreary music, especially on the 2012 album Bend Beyond, which in my opinion is Woods' warmest release yet. But this new album over here is actually pretty sunny too. And in a way, I think this new record over here is a little bit of a high point for this chapter of Woods' career, because finally, all of the very incremental alterations the band has been making to their sound from one album to another have culminated into this very sharp, punchy, direct folk rock record. It's just kind of one concise song after another with all these very blissful, sweet, summery melodies. Lots of detailed instrumental embellishments in this record and very weird turns of phrase coming out of the lyrics. I think there are some different influences going into this new project over here too. The band has really developed on the groove end of things. Sometimes the bass and the surprise horn sections on this record and the drums come together into a funk that seems almost Budos band inspired, though there are many other instrumental funk bands that Woods could be pulling from, but still, there's a similar vibe there. And the band is really sounding tighter than ever. Now, not so tight and regimentally written that they can't throw in like a jammy instrumental passage or a drum solo like on the song Creature Comfort, but this is the clearest sense of direction that I've ever heard on a Woods record. I like the country vibe on the song Morning Light. The sheen on the instrumentation of this track is beautiful. There's a pedal steel on this track as well, I think, that's very pretty. And I can't quite tell the lyrics. Do they tell of someone's death or some kind of out-of-body experience? On the song Politics Are Free, I'm pretty interested in the lyrics on this track as well, because it seems like the song is about, I don't know, a sunny day in a world that's going to hell. As the lyrics in the refrain on this track say, in a world of shit, let's tune out tonight. And I love how Woods, even though they are writing sunnier, poppier music, there's still a subtle element of darkness there, like on the song Can't See It All. The refrain, it sounds like can see it all, but it also sounds like can't see at all. It adds this weird, subversive, I don't know, idea of blindness into the track. The very mystical, airy woodwinds on the song, too, are a beautiful addition. The one downside of this record is, as Woods explores different instrumental flavors on here, occasionally the songwriting is a little lackluster, not that memorable, sort of seems like it's just falling onto the back burner as Woods have just incorporated these different instrumental palettes and grooves into their tracks now, so as a result, some of the refrains just really aren't that catchy, like on the song Sun City Creeps. And also, Jeremy Earl, even though I do continue to enjoy his falsetto vocals, it does become a little much when he insists on doing his background vocals in the same falsetto. And as Woods have continued to change their sound in so many different ways, it might be worth considering in the future to explore different vocal options as well, since, I mean, at one time we're talking about a very dreary lo-fi folk act, and now we're putting in soulful horn sections and funky bass and drum grooves. I mean, really it seems like the sky is the limit with Woods' creativity at this point, as long as they don't choose to limit themselves. All that being said, though, I think this is a pretty good Woods record, a very solid effort from the band, some of the catchiest songs they've ever delivered yet, some of the best production they've ever offered on a record yet. Some tracks do pale in comparison to others, and occasionally I do feel like Woods' sound has worn on me since they've dropped so many records. so many records over the past decade or so. Hopefully some more exciting alterations are coming in the future. I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 7 on this one. Transition. Have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. You're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like. If you like, please subscribe. Please don't cry if you disagree with my thoughts on this album. You're the best. Have a good one. Eat some vegetables. Stay hydrated forever.